Hello friends, this is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and rumor had it that the Disney Plus was going to be doing another Clone Wars 2 cartoon series, and they didn't really say what it was, but it was confirmed about 4 months ago that series, that Clone Wars 2 sequel, would feature the Bad Batch. Now, for those of you who remember, we saw the Bad Batch initially in Clone Wars Season 7. They were supposed to be a story arc in the previous, before Clone Wars got canceled. Then when they brought back Season 7 to tie up some of the loose story arcs, the Bad Batch came in and it was the first 4 episodes featured these characters. Now, these are a great group of characters. Since the Bad Batch will be coming out, it is likely that we're going to be seeing characters from the Bad Batch. Now, the thing about these character kits that I've kind of created, that I've come up with, I'm taking them off of really the only thing that we've seen so far, and that is the 4 episodes of Season 7 of the Clone Wars. And so I do believe there's a lot more potential there. And I am only going to talk about 4 of the members of the Bad Batch, although 5 could definitely show up, and I'll talk about him at the end of the video. All of these characters are going to have clone tags. They'll all have Galactic Republic tags. They'll all have Bad Batch tags. Now, additionally, they'll all have, their individual ones as well. The leader, Hunter. Now, Hunter, as they say in the episode, he can feel electromagnetic energy across a planet. It makes his ability to sense things better, right? It makes his ability to, figure out where people are hiding better. Essentially how they found Echo. They used Hunter's ability. They tapped into his brain. Now, his basic attack, if you look at Hunter, he's got guns and he's got knives. Hunter is very much a knife stabby type guy. So his basic attack, he would shoot his target, and then if that shot lands, which of course it wouldn't, he attacks again, dealing 75% damage. So, not 100%. If both attacks were critical, Hunter immediately attacks a third time, but with a vibroblade. So imagine he's like, pew, he hits, pew, he hits again, and then jumps across the screen and stabs the guy in the face. I don't know, I think it'd be really cool. His first special ability, I call it stabby stab. Hunter throws his blade at the target, stunning them for 1 turn. He then attacks the nearest target twice with those blades. So imagine he throws the blade, jumps across the screen, grabs the blade from the guy, stabs a target. I don't know. Now, this was something that we actually saw on Anaxis. This was something that we saw him perform in the Clone Wars. So it seems legit. Now, I also think he should have a kind of a call all clones, or definitely all Bad Batch, right? And so I have his second special. It's called In the Name of 99, right? Call all clone troopers to attack the target, right? Just something very basic and simple, whatever. Leadership ability. He's the leader. It's called Ambush. So when Hunter is the leadership position, remainder of the squad is made up of Bad Batch members. Hunter starts off with 100% turn meter. Person in the secondary slot gains an additional 75%. Third slot, an additional 50%, right? And I've debated on that, whether it's they gain that at the turn. I don't know how that would work. Then, whenever a member of the Bad Batch uses a special attack, members of the squad are called to assist, dealing 25% less damage, right? So again, at 75% damage. It has to be a special ability, and I'm thinking all of their specials would be kind of a higher level. I don't rightly know. Then, his unique ability. Whenever a droid attacks out of turn, Hunter grants all Bad Batch allies 10% turn meter and bonus tenacity. I don't know what that would mean. Maybe bonus tenacity stacking. I just feel that Hunter should make people go faster. I don't know. If you watch the Clone Wars, these episodes, The Bad Batch is just constantly fighting, constantly shooting, just absolutely destroying people. I didn't want to make the Bad Batch characters just overwhelmingly awesome. I do think maybe a unique ability would have him working with General Skywalker. Like, if General Skywalker was in the first position and Hunter was in the second position, something would happen. I don't know. But I think it would be really cool. Now, I'm going to jump up to Crosshair. Crosshair is the sniper, right? He's light side, clone trooper, all that other crap. Basic attack, Crosshair does heavy damage and double damage against droids. If the attack kills his opponent, he attacks again. This is going to be without limit, right? Devastating for droids in my mind, but not necessarily overwhelming. Special attack 1 is called Ricochet Shot. Now, one of the coolest scenes in I think it's the third episode of the story arc, Crosshair takes these little like magic circles, I don't know, he throws them on the droids, and then he shoots, and it shoots one droid, bounces off that, hits another one, and it ends up taking out like 4 characters. And so that's my plan here. Ricochet Shot, Crosshair's blaster bolt bounces off each enemy. This would be an attack that didn't have a very high cooldown. Maybe a 2, 3 at the most. I don't know. Special ability, Eye in the Sky. Crosshair provides tactical support and valuable information to his Bad Batch brethren. This ability grants all Bad Batch allies plus 30% turn meter, critical damage up for 1 turn, critical chance up for 1 turn, and tenacity up for 1 turn. Unique. At the beginning of each round, Crosshair gains stealth until he attacks, right? So my thought is he'd be a slower character, and so like he'd be one of the last people to go, and then he'd shoot, go back into cover. Just feels right for him. Next, we've got Tech. Now, one of the coolest moments in this whole thing is he's a support character, right? He's going to have his attack is going to be double blasters. He's got those 2 little cute blasters that he uses. It's adorable. He's not going to do a lot of damage, but he's going to attack twice, right? That's his basic. Nothing special. First ability, low cooldown, 2 turns, maybe 1, I don't know. Special, shock grenade. One of the coolest moments in this whole thing was when episode 1, their ship has crashed and Tech is just lobbing grenades at an oncoming like battalion of droids. And what is Crosshair doing? He's lobbing the grenades. Crosshair's popping them out of the sky and like raining down chaos over the droids. It's pretty awesome. Hurls grenade to enemy, does massive damage to enemy and splash damage to nearest 2 enemies. If those damaged by the attack were droids, they're stunned for 2 turns. Now, if Crosshair is in the group, which of course he's going to be in the group, he shoots the grenade midair and all enemies are stunned for 2 turns. Droids are staggered. I have a feeling that it could even be something as like, if the droid had 25% or less turn meter, they are eliminated. Kind of like what we see with Savage Press, but on a mass scale. That would be really freaking cool. Now, next, this is another thing that we see in the episode, but it would be a new mechanic. I love this one. Okay. Stun mines activate. But before you have to see stun mines activate, you got to see what stun mines unique is. So his unique ability is each time he attacks out of turn, he places stun mines, right? So kind of like what the Jawas do, but these mines that he can then use to attack later. For every 5 mines placed on the battlefield, the chance to stun and the duration of stun increase. Okay, so for 5 mines, 25% chance stun for 1 turn. For 10 mines, 50% chance stun for one turn. 15 mines, 35% chance, stun for 2 turns, 20 mines, 50% chance, stun for 2 turns. Okay, that's his unique. He just, every time he attacks at a turn, he's just throwing down mines, right? It's like in GoldenEye, when like you were dying, you just chucked out those mines, right? The ability, right, the actual special ability, again, would be something like maybe a 2, maybe a 3 cooldown. I don't know, at most 4, because I think potentially this could be damaging. So tech activates the stun mines. Those not stunned by this attack are dazed. Bad Batch allies recover 10% health, 5% tech protection, and 15% turn meter. So, again, he's adding health, he's adding protection, he's keeping them alive, but he's also making them go faster. Because not only are they stunning the opponent for a turn, but it's helping these other characters go faster, which reduces cooldowns. I think it would be awesome. Now, again, not like a major powerful character, but altogether, this would be really, really cool. Now, last and definitely not least, okay? So we've done Crosshair, we've talked about Tech, Hunter, and Wrecker. Wrecker is by far my favorite character. He is just awesome. When I first watched the episode, there was like no way that I was going to like this guy. But as it progressed, as the story arc progressed, he's just a giant teddy bear who loves to destroy things, much like our Ewok murder bear brethren. But Wrecker, clearly a tank, right? But he's a damage-dealing, taunting tank, okay? Basic attack, Wrecker punches stuff. 25% chance to stun the enemy, like maybe 50 for droids, I don't know. I think every time he attacks, he's going to gain kind of like a buff, right? An offensive buff. Something that allows him to be awesome. I haven't really figured that part out yet. But he has a special ability that's not as basic. Semi-auto. Wrecker fires 3 quick bursts to the enemy. Damage is doubled against droids. Again, pretty simple, but pretty awesome, right? Because again, keep in mind, every time he's attacking at a special, under a Hunter lead, this would cause all other Bad Batch guys to go after him, right? To attack again, right? So, and again, with everything coupled up, I think it would be really pretty damaging, right? Here's the thing, though. Wrecker is going to have a stance, okay? He's going to have a defensive stance and an offensive stance. Defensive stance, he's going to carry a freaking barrier. Now, you as an enemy have to attack and destroy the barrier before you can attack any other Bad Batch characters. I mean, and that's what you have opening salvo in episode 1 of season 7. He's carrying like a shield, a blast door, as a tank, as a barrier. And people have to shoot the barrier for him to attack. He has to drop the barrier. Now, Wrecker can't attack while the barrier is there, right? But when he's in this stance, you have to attack the barrier first. Kind of like General Skywalker, but instead of, doing damage to Skywalker, taking off protection from Skywalker, you're just taking off damage from this barrier, right? It probably would have the barrier would be, I don't know, based off his protection. I don't know. I think it'd be really cool. When Wrecker switches stances, he gains defense up and protection up for two turns, okay? And that protection up, defense up is unremovable, okay? Now, stance fisticuff. When Wrecker has defense up or protection up, he counterattacks each time he takes damage, okay? This counter does 25% less damage than normal, right? Additionally, he taunts at the beginning of each turn. Now remember, there's a chance to stun. In the fisticuff stance, though, Wrecker is going to gain 10% offense for each round that he is in this stance. Okay? So, he taunts in this stance. He gains 10% each round that he's in, and so that will continue. So it sounds awesome. I'm very excited about it. Now, finally, guys, there's Echo. Now, Echo would clearly be a support character. We don't see him do a lot in the Star Wars Clone Wars Season 7. I mean, he's a major part of it, but he's not a battling character. And so I would love to see Echo as kind of a C-3PO for the Bad Batch. I don't know. But there's a lot of potential there that we could have a lot of fun with for sure. But I don't know, like this, what do you guys think? This is just like my fantasy Bad Batch character kits, right? So, right, if CG, if you're listening, take this advice. Don't do what you will with it, right? But how would you guys create these kits? What would you do for this kit? There's a lot of potential here, and I think it'd be a lot of fun to see these, knowing that they're coming, knowing that this TV show is coming. We can clearly predict that they will be coming to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. But in what form? In what way? Leave a comment in the section below. Let me know. Also in the section below, ladies and gentlemen, you will find 2 links. The first link is to Audible. Sign up. You get 1 month for free, 2 free audiobooks, plus dozens, if not maybe like tens of dozens of other free audiobooks just by subscribing for 1 month. It is absolutely worth it. Every time you sign up, you do help the channel. So sign up, guys. There's a lot of great books out there. Additionally, and finally, in the link below, you will find links to the Going Nerdy swag store, where you can get Going Nerdy swag like What Would Hondo Do? Or Santa is a Sith. Santa is a Sith, or What Would Hondo Do? T-shirts, masks, blankets, towels, whatever. Anything you buy goes directly back to me to help the channel. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say thank you for subscribing, for liking this, and for sharing this with your friends. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, my friends, smile and stay nerdy.